What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about TBULL today. I find it so interesting, man, that B3 is the only one green in this whole sea of red. I find it so interesting. Anyways, massive bullish divergence on that, by the way. But I digress. TBULL, sorry, I got distracted. That's the first time I've looked at the list all day. TBULL, you're down about 7% on the day, but you also have some bullish divergence of your own, don't you? And maybe not bullish divergence in the classical sense. You don't have a lower low here, but you are at like a double bottom relative to this, and you have a nice higher low here on the oversold zone of the RSI. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I think this is a good look. And maybe we go lower. Maybe we take out that low. And if that's the case, that's okay. That's fine, right? Yes, we had a nice little pump. We gave it all back. It's okay. Sometimes we get a little bit of volatility. It happens. But I very much would expect that either this being the low, that being the low, or a slightly lower low coming in to further this divergence, right? When we have bullish divergence at these levels, when we're bouncing right off the oversold zone after getting into it like this, you guys, we're set up for a very fantastic bounce. Let's actually just look at this anytime that we've done this real quick, okay? So if we're looking at this here, we'll just look at the last like few instances, okay? From this low here, I mean, from a low point to a high point, you moved up 232% when you bounced off the oversold zone there. You were in the oversold area, and you bounced out of it here from a low to a high. I guess here you bounced off the oversold zone, basically the same area, right? Low to high, you moved up 92% there, right? And this is on a daily time frame, it's like 2 weeks later, 2 days later, whatever. Bounced right off the oversold zone here from a low to a high. You bounced up 291% within like a week and a half, 2 weeks. You bounced off this oversold zone here, and it wasn't a massive bounce that you got, but from a low to a high, you did see an overall move of 53%, right? And then, of course, this low here, very close to the oversold zone, but you didn't quite reach it, but still oversold area and up, you went up 135%. On the low end, a 53% move. On a high end, 300% move, right? From where we are now, let's say we go lower. Let's just say we go lower. Maybe we double bottom off of our all-time lows, whatever, I don't know. 53% move would take us back to these highs here. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but imagining how that would look from a low like here going like this, I would think we would have a W shape. We wouldn't stop at 53%. I would think that we go higher, right? Even if we go lower from here, we likely would go higher, right? Let alone if we don't go lower and we do bounce from here, that 53% move would take us above this high. And getting above that high is a important factor in determining if this thing's going higher or not, right? If we can't get above that high, that's a problem. But if we do get above that high, and when we do, we likely would go to the next area of resistance, which I think looking at this here, this prior area of support here, which is also prior areas of resistance here, resistance there, support there, that'd be about 112% move, right? If we go a little bit lower, let alone if we're at the same price now. That's pretty average. That's pretty average for what we've seen here, even on like the lower end of average, but pretty average nonetheless, right? What if we see something bigger than that, right? I would treat this focal point the same as I would treat this right here, right? You break above this, you're going higher. When we get above that, you're going to see an explosive move that takes place because you've been accumulating this whole damn time. And whenever that happens, right, whenever TRX is doing well, whenever the Tron ecosystem is booming, TBULL will do well as well. From a low to a high, the expectation here from the current price, let alone if we go lower, whatever, the amount of growth, the percentage growth will only be higher. But we should get an explosion. I'm talking about, guys, it'd be like a week or two. Maybe from here, but when things actually get going, right? When we bounce off this oversold area. A week or two. We're going to see, I think, something that's all the way up at about 1 cent, which is a 5x move. All the way up to 2.2 cents. We're probably going to go to the golden ratio, stop around there, right? Consolidate, pull back, get some volatility, and then continue on our way up. I believe this thing's on its way to new all-time highs, all in all, guys. And I mean, if we are to go to new all-time highs, just first off, I don't think that this scam wick counts as all-time highs. Okay, I'm not going to count that, but highs above this is what I mean from December. If and when we do, the minimum target is about a 32x away from the current price, right? It's not a good time to sell. It's a great time to buy some T-Bull. I'm actually considering buying more. I might, dude. Maybe I should buy some T-Bull actually. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll let you guys know if I do on X.com actually. But let's look at some short-term stuff, and then we'll come back out to the daily time frame. Okay, 1 hour time frame here. Oh man, yeah. RSI on the 1 hour looks terrible, but it can't get any worse, can it? I guess it could get a little bit worse, but you're down at some pretty low levels on the RSI. Let's look at this on HTX with some volume on it, right? HTX, bullish divergence, a lot of volume coming in at the lows here, you guys. A lot of volume, a lot. Absolutely, look at all that my goodness, how much? What do we got here? 67 million of these T-bulls. Hold on, let's look at T-bull here. T-bull. About $1 million in volume over the last 24 hours on a $2 million market cap coin. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot, man. And most of this volume, you can see, it looks like it happened on the wicks. Let's look at this 15-minute time frame here. Most of that volume happened here, guys. And we haven't dropped as a result. We're actually holding ground. I think there's some buying pressure going on right now. We'll see. I don't know how that much volume can come in and we're not moving, but I don't know. 4-hour time frame. We do have... we don't have bullish divergence, but we have a nice little double bottom potentially here. And that's good on the RSI, right? Volume coming in. Look at how the volume's picking up here, and you're not going anywhere. You wicked below, but you're not going anywhere. This is actually a really good sign in itself, and you have a double bottom at the 4-hour time frame. I'm serious, man. The play might be to put money into T-bull right now. Oh my god. And then the RSI right here on the daily, on the oversold zone, man. You're either going to be a hero or a zero with this thing, right? And we're going for hero status, man. I really wouldn't be surprised. 0017. Maybe you go down there. Let's see. Hold on now. Let's see. If you were to drop lower. Low to high. Yeah, the most. I mean, you could drop a lot, man. You could drop 21% down to 00156. I doubt that you do. But you could. You could. Absolutely, you could. And that's the risk that you run. But the reward that you run very likely would take you all the way up about 100% or more in a very short amount of time. I'm talking about within a week or two. And beyond that, within like the following weeks afterwards, you guys. You best believe that if we get some kind of immaculate double bottom recovery down at these levels, back up to here, that we're not stopping here, this area that we weakened last time, right, whenever we were finding resistance at that point. We're likely going to go to new highs relative to this, and that should take us up like 5x overall from the current price. Low here, let's just see, let's put this down here at this low. There's still a chance that, I mean, look at that. It's a double bottom. It's a double bottom at the all-time lows. What we're looking for is a proper reaction. We're looking for a proper reaction off of this, okay? Something that will continue to grow in a very, very short amount of time. That's what we're looking for. And I think that we will. The daily RSI looks good. The 4-hour RSI looks good. I mean, it looks bad, but you're in an area where it does look good. It looks like you're in an area to bounce right here. The volume picking up and you're not going anywhere. You've got a double bottom. I think that there's a lot of buying pressure coming in, you guys, and we'll see if that reigns true. But if I'm accurate in this, T-bull might be one hell of a play over the next couple of weeks, guys. I got nothing else for you. I just wanted to put this on notice. You know, I like to talk about coins when they're going up, but I also like to talk about them when they're going down because I know people have fears, especially being at all-time lows. I think that this next move, as fun as this last move was, what was that, from a low to a high? That was low to high. 56%, as fun as that was, I think the next move is going to be even more glorious. Absolutely, I do. Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. I got nothing else. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one, all right? Take care of yourselves, and I'll let you know if I buy T-bull. Follow me on X if you want to be aware of that, right? I'm going to do that probably a little bit later. Profile at Chris Harris 85. That's me, at Chris Harris 85 right there. All right, ta-ta for now. See you later. Bye-bye.